I've been up for 2 hours and I'm still looking like there comes a point doing Kabbalah and going through these mutations day after day after day, and I'm just like, I really need to let go of this idea of looking even presentable. There are some days where I'm just getting stabbed all day. Not anymore, but what I was, where I'm just like, how do I make sure I go outside and just don't look like. I think it's really old, tiresome. And then you get to a point where you're like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna let myself go. And then when you do, you develop a level of detachment. You just let it go. And you let it go, and you let it go, and you let it go. And then you go through many things. You go through an alchemical shift. A part of your soul dies. Let's say all of your files get deleted on your computer. And you start having to like, oh no, I lost a bunch of my stuff. Oh no, I let myself go and I just deleted everything by accident. Oh no. And then you need to like find everything. And just searching for it is almost impossible. You scavenge Facebook or friends to like emails to friends, and you're looking and looking for all of your data that you've missed, whether it's artwork or writings, papers. All right. And then you look back, you see the low quality. And you go, I am way better than that. And you compare it to other people's work. And you start to develop a sense of self-hatred, or at least self-awareness, self-reflection that that was not acceptable. You were posing that online. Like that was something to be proud of. Because what, you put 5 hours of work into it? There's a sense of connecting the dots. Most of it's like the linear time continuum of self-improvement and self-awareness. And as you stop letting yourself go, you may develop a sense of mastery over things. There's a metaphorical teaching here that I kind of look in this posturing with my headband and my hair and my sweater. I kind of resemble the same Kali Ren that was in Netzach. And then we have the Ariel, the mermaid Ariel in Netzach, but we also have it here in Daath a lot. There's this undertone of higher levels of intelligence, higher levels of work, high quality. But how to do that in a stable, masterful, non-drama way, where it doesn't come off as evil or sadistic. Stuff like that. In Daath, you should be cleaned out. We're doing the class, the empty vase, or the empty vase, in his said. That's to prepare you for Daath. unfortunately, in this Kabbalah class, we've flipped some of the order around. If you're doing it in the right order, good for you. You weren't the one that had to, like, battle demons at the bottom of hell for 3 months while everyone else was giving, like, government paychecks. All right, connecting the dots. There's a reason why Archangel Ariel sits at dot, and it's also reflective of the mermaid Ariel in The Little Mermaid, and why that's a nutsock movie. All right, but it's also a teaching about crossing the abyss or falling underneath the abyss. There are, like, metaphors and stories throughout history and time, big time, that are God's knowledge. It's in the quantum field. It's in the right brain intelligence. Yet most people fail to understand or deliver, like, the quantum mechanics behind everything. The majority of dot is for you to have enough mastery to start piecing these puzzles together and start looking at everything for what it really is instead of what you want it to be. How things look, how things sound, how things are dressed, what colors are associated with which colors. That's everything. I mean, it's not everything. This isn't really lilac, but it kind of is. But the point is this. The facade of people, who they really are not the same. It requires true tests of God to really understand the underlying reality behind everything. Now I'm going to tell you this because it's knowledge, and you need this knowledge. When you look at somebody's intestines and they fail to deliver on something healthy, calm, concise, clear, pragmatic, and they can only offer rhetoric or unrealized theory or grandiose spiritual ideals, and it fails to have digestible, step-by-step instruction, you know you're dealing with a Slytherin. You may also see their intestines like a snake. And that's because they have not developed any sense of control nor mastery over their own spiritual integration into the physical world. So they lack any true substance or development of any kind. Now you need to connect those dots, because they might say they are God's gift. They might even have extreme levels of magic. But at the end of the day, they will not even have your back. They'll be the ones stabbing it. All right. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Connecting the dots. Yes. I made a post on Facebook. I'm a couple. 3 of them. I'm going to refer to them. I can barely speak right now. Those 3 posts are very reflective of this teaching, so you should take note and look for them. All right. The tree for Dot is magnolia. All right. It's the flowering tree that looks almost this color, but maybe lighter and maybe darker. It depends on the type of magnolia you're looking at. Some of them are brilliant white, some of them are lilac-y and somewhat fuchsia. Okay. The first post was this. I deleted all my files by accident. And I started looking through Facebook so I could find more. And then I came to another file called Pandora Earth. Some of you may have seen it in the top right corner of my computer, okay? Pandora Earth. And I'm looking at this giant fire opal. This fire opal necklace, and it's gorgeous. And I look over it after year after year after year, and it sits in my Etsy box of a thing I want to buy, but it's $800. A piece of jewelry. Fire opal. And it has this like flame leaf gold setting. And I'm asking Charlie, why is this so important to me? And then Lucifer shows me what it actually looks like, is that it actually just looks like dragon fire. And that's why I loved it so much. But I didn't see, because I was looking at the specific logical understanding of what it looked like instead of the abstract, like if you look at it from just a bit of a distance, it just looks like dragon flame. Okay? So our linear brains are so messed up, they fill in the gaps with nothing other than rigidity. Okay? Where our right brain can fill in those gaps with understanding of the abstract teaching. Now, this fire opal necklace was sitting next to another image. It was the first image I ever used to deliver the one-way mirror teaching. It's this giant person, this giant creepy god holding a giant mirror. And then there's this little human, and the human is like walking up to the mirror. It is here at Dot where the one-way mirror teaching ceases to exist. I have said this before. Once we're here, it's like, you can call me lazy all you want. All you're gonna get back is dragon fire and you'll cease to exist. Okay? And that's where the confessor stuff starts happening, but it's also where the magician stuff starts happening. Because at Dot, you're in power. Period. Like, you understand. Like, you're no longer fighting it. They're gonna come at you and tell you you're a Slytherin. Dragon fire. They cease to exist. Now, the funny thing is that the mirror looked just like the fire opal. One-way mirror. I can tell you, you are lazy. Because I've done my work. And I know what lazy looks like and where I might still be a little lazy in my body. All right? And I've gotten feedback from the dragons and this person and this person and this person and this person. And I have now built a masterful schedule that is doable and sustainable. There is a sense of perfection about it. Once we're here at Dot, it's perfection, like that magnolia tree. Once you have achieved a level of perfection of what you can accomplish in life on a sustainable platform, I can say anything to you And you can say 0 to me. And if you want to, if you must, what will be it will be met with is dragon fire. It's a waste of time and energy, and at that point, it's only a vampire. Ta-ta, Cully Wren out.